EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Detroit Lions. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. To throw on second down is gone. That one let go deep for Laporta. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. Instead, they pulled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Third and short yardage, Winston. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll run, it's Miller. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Winston. Touchdown, Saints. Keith Kirkwood, 26 yards. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first throw of the game, but I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
On first down, it's gone. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On second down, Montgomery. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on third, Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw.
Touchdown! Juwan Johnson, 32 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. 2nd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Goff going to shift him around. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. That one let go deep for Laporta. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. A first down carry now for Miller. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Caution supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got to put it in face.
Lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now it's gone. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Running for it, Montgomery. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Miller. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They set up the screen to Miller. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Kamara is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Khalif Raymond. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Jameis to throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
A first down throw for Winston. On the move past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will stay put at 17. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, this could be it. This could be the turning point. Let's go. Just another day.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's struggling, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, Winston. And Graham on the ground. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. Powering his way forward. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff on the move to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
From the gun on third down, Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Winston's throw complete there to Johnson. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To throw, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's again to Montgomery. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Throwing again is Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
2nd down, goal to go. Now Goff. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Charles, why didn't they just take the lead there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Winston. That is intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, they translated into a big play. They put points on the board for their team.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. Pass complete, Graham. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Winston to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. Kamara. Oh, and that a very short gain. They do get a first, but short pickups, not what they're looking for.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll have another first down as he gets out of bounds as well to stop the clock.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Winston. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go.